guys, welcome back to the channel. A little bit of a different type of intro format, I guess. I'm kind of doing this intro vlog style. But that is because today's video is actually a tutorial video on how I did my hair. So you can already see, obviously, my hair is already done. The curls are popping, they're juicy and delicious. But if you want to see how I achieved this, then please keep watching. I will, be talking about the steps that I go through with doing it, the products. I'm going to be showing what I use and everything. So, because I kid you not, I mean, at least like several times in 1 week, ever since I got my hair cut like long ago, I get asked all the time, oh my gosh, I love your hair. How do you do your hair? Are they starter locks? They're just finger coils, by the way. So this is a finger coil tutorial. And before I get into the tutorial portion, I do just want to say, obviously, everyone's grade of hair is different. My grade of hair may not be the same as yours, and the texture and everything may not be the same as yours. However, I do believe that this is definitely an achievable style for anyone that wishes to, have their natural curls out. I've said before in previous videos that I have never been the type of person to actually be able to have my natural hair out because the texture is different all over in certain areas, and the length before of my hair it didn't look right on me. But now that I have short hair and have had short hair for quite a while now, this is literally the only way I wear my hair, and I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It's literally what I wish I had been able to do for basically all my life. But my hair has been through many eras and many different everything. So, yeah. Needless to say, I wanted to do this tutorial because not only do I get asked all the time how I do my hair, but also because there was not really anything or anyone that really taught me how to do it myself. I had to learn myself, of course, with the help of my hairstylist and her giving me tips and everything. But I mean, I basically self-taught myself how to do a lot of things with my hair, including finger coils. And yes, it may be a bit time consuming at first, but it is so worth it in the end. So if you're interested in seeing how I do my routine and in-depth tips and everything of what I do to achieve this, then please keep watching, and let's just get right into the tutorial.
So I am starting out here with just damp, freshly shampooed hair, and I like to use this trick that my hairstylist taught me when I first cut my hair, and that is to, after shampooing and conditioning my hair in the shower, to reapply the same conditioner that you would typically wash out to your damp hair. This is going to help to keep moisture in when you start to style your finger coils. And I am so glad she taught me this trick because it is so useful and my hair loves all the moisture. So if you have dry hair like me, like my hair absorbs moisture very quickly. So using this tip and this trick really helps my hair to lock in moisture and stay hydrated for a longer amount of time. But I'm just going to detangle with this wide tooth comb and, make sure that everything is nice and combed out. But you can see I purposely part like, on the side because it is how I'm going to style my hair and keep that part. But I go in with my favorite mousse. Oh my gosh, this mousse is the best. You see how creamy it is. I get it from Target. I don't really know where else you can get it from as I am a Target girly, but I get it from Target and I just use a whole lot of that like all over my head. I eventually like kind of reapply sometimes as it starts to absorb, but I love it because it doesn't flake up when it dries or anything like that. It dries nice and well, but as you can see, I just start coiling. It's just as simple as that. I don't really have a tutorial for the coiling portion, but I do go section by section, like starting at the tape of my neck, and it just helps to hold the rest of my hair down so I'm not like getting hair like, like caught in the coils that I'm trying to make, if it makes sense. Like I'm keeping all the rest of my hair out of the way while I'm doing certain coils. And going in with a rat tail comb to smooth out the sections. So like you see, I'm about to do that now. I'm smoothing out the section by combing it so that the coils are less frizzy at the ends. I find that this trick helps to keep the coils like locked in at at the end and, less frizzy when they dry. So this is definitely helpful, especially if you have thicker hair like me. Oh my gosh, those coils are going to look a lot more uniform and like I said, just less frizzy, which is also why I love this product the most that I use. It definitely helps to keep your hair, shiny and non-frizzy and hydrated and everything because it has coconut and shea in it. So we love that. But I'm just simply going in and just, doing that same trick over and over by each section that I go in. I don't really do it like when I start. It's more so as I get higher up, on my head where the hair starts to get thicker. And I will get faster and faster as I do this. It typically takes me about an hour to do my hair now because I pretty much have perfected and gotten used to the process. So, yeah. But I do go in different directions as I go throughout my head when I finger coil. So, like, sometimes I'll twist them to the right, sometimes I'll twist them to the left, just to give it some dimension, make sure it looks more full and there's no like spacey gaps or anything. Um, it just helps to make everything look a bit more natural as well. Like, your hair is not going to all curl in the same direction all the time, right? So, I like to do that, especially since my hair is shorter. It just makes the curls look nicer, more uniform together. Um, and as you can see, like I don't have any like spaces or gaps in my head, which is good. You don't want that. So but yeah, it's pretty simple. At first, this process will probably take you quite a while. I know for me in the beginning, it took me forever, especially because I didn't start out doing my finger coils on like the cut that I have now. I started out doing it with my hair kind of longer than this. And, as I cut more of my hair over time, it is easier to do. I will say on the sides where it's a bit more tapered, it is a bit harder because the hair is so short. So if you need to use a comb, I definitely recommend it because it's just helpful to, grip those smaller strands, those shorter strands easier because it's just, really short there. And then the Coconut Curls Cream by the same brand as the mousse. I will use that like towards like the crown of my hair where it is thickest because I find that um, I like the product better for that section. It's just like a small amount that I use. You don't need a whole lot. If you use too much, when it dries, it will like flake up. So you don't need a lot, and you can see it already activates my curls really easily. But I just find that it helps to smooth my hair more where it needs to be, you know, smoother, if that makes sense. So where it's thickest, I use the cream, and then everywhere else, I like to use the mousse just to give it a little bit more help, with smoothing it out. But you can see, like here, I'm already like almost halfway done with my head. So, where the curls are longer, it takes a bit longer because, my arms start to get tired and you can see like my face. But like, they're still nice and, movable and they're not stiff. And when they dry, they're not stiff either, which is what you want, which is why you don't want to use too much product because you don't want your curls to feel heavy or weighed down. Um, but once I start getting a little closer to the front, I will reapply, like I mentioned before, that mousse to kind of rehydrate that area as, it's been, kind of left alone for a while. Um, and just help to make those curls in the front super juicy since they're what you're going to see first. Um, but yeah, you can see me doing the little baby coils on the side. So yeah, just go in and coil and coil and coil. Um, I think that also, depending on what kind of cut you have for your hair, this will definitely determine how your coils will turn out. Like, I can only imagine if my hair was longer, like I would probably have to go about this differently. You know what I'm saying? So if you're watching this tutorial and you have a long hair, think more strategically about how you decide you want to coil your hair because it's not going to be necessarily the same process as me. So, you might want to do it section by section. You might want to do your coils bigger and not as small and sectioned out like mine. You know what I'm saying? Also, there's no pattern or anything for this. I just section out how I do it, and part where I do. So you can see my part is going to be right where that section that I'm taking out, um, starts from the other section I just, finished. So I already pre-part my hair so that it's just easier over time as I start to do the coils, and it just helps navigate where the coils will go. And also be mindful of when you coil your hair, which direction you want them to go in. Sometimes, depending on how I coil my hair, they won't go in the direction that I intended them to go because my hair just will naturally want to go wherever it wants. Um, so, whether you want to coil it to the right or to the left, that is helpful. So, like towards the front, I will coil them, in a different direction so that they, naturally move towards the front and not towards the back, if that makes sense. I hope that does. It makes sense when I say it. So yeah, you see it just detangling the section, activating the curls, separating the curls more, and just coiling those longer sections. My hair is longer in the front than it is in the back because I had it tapered, but my hair has grown back quite a bit since I got it cut last. But I'm intentionally letting it get a little long so that I can do braids once more for the summer so that my hairstylist will have something to grip onto. But yeah, I'm literally almost done. You see how fast it took? Of course, like I said, over time, I've perfected this and it doesn't take as long. So, and definitely you want to start your coil like at the root and then work your way down. Otherwise, like your root will look frizzy and you want there to be like consistency all throughout. So, sometimes I still have a difficult time with that, like towards the front, but I end up fixing some of that with like edge control and gel and stuff when I slick down my edges and whatnot. But I'm just gonna finish off this last section. You'll see I just like kind of try to get closer to the root with it so that that part looks cleaner because I don't do like a super clean part. I like it to just look natural. Um, so like as if my hair just naturally parts there. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was the last coil. Look at that. There's still nice movement with the curls and everything, and they're juicy and they're popping. I do diffuse with my hair dryer just to help it, dry faster, but also while not like messing up my curls. There are some days where I don't have time to do this, so I'll just air dry, but um, it's really just depending on the person whether you feel like, air drying or using the diffuser. I used to, not really understand what diffusing was, but my hairstylist Chelsea, she does, use the diffuser on me. And sometimes I also sit under the dryer too. So honestly, it just depends on what you have time for. But letting it air dry is fine too. But I think that diffusing for me helps to keep my curls like, movable, like they don't get stiff or anything, because you want your hair to just feel like it just flows, even if it's short. So that's why I like to diffuse, um, and not mess up my curls at the same time, hopefully. And usually when I do my hair, I'm like listening to music or listening to a podcast like how I was here. I love The Office Ladies podcast is my favorite podcast of all time. It's like really the only podcast I listen to, because I am a huge Office fan. It's like one of my favorite shows. Like somebody could probably test me on it and I would get everything right. Like trivia on that show. I've watched it so many times, but yeah. So that's usually what I do. Or like maybe I'll put something on like a YouTube video or like a movie or a show or something while I do my hair on my computer or something. Just to, make the time go by faster. But like I said, really only takes about an hour for me to do. And then next, I'm going to go in with some Shine and Jam conditioning gel for my edges. I like Shine and Jam because it's not like gonna dry hard. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a great um, thing to use for your edges and still keep your hair feeling like pillowy soft. So I'm just gonna go in like where my hair naturally has like baby hairs. You can see I'm moving one of those curls over to the side because it's not curling in the direction that I want, like I mentioned. But yeah, just going in my edges and then also right at like, where my ear is on the side too, because I like to tuck the hair behind my ear a little bit, just to make it look cleaner, not like it's sticking out. And also, I'll put it like right there at the tip of where like the part starts on the other side, to just kind of separate it more and make it look cleaner. Um, but like I mentioned, I don't like a drastic, like super sharp part, but it just helps to separate the section more. Um, so I don't like using too much. I just use just enough because I also don't want to mess up the curls that I've, created. Um, and by the way, my hair is 100% natural. Um, I don't have any chemicals in my hair. I've never had a relaxer. I've never dyed my hair. I still have virgin hair. So also keep that in mind. That's why I mentioned in the beginning of this video, everyone's hair is different. So, like if you have color in your hair or if you have, done whatever, just keep that in mind. Um, so my hair is just as it is, how it's always been. I had heat damage a long time ago, because I used to straighten my hair and put heat to it all the time. I never used to be able to wear my hair natural like this because I never thought it looked right, growing up with, you know, long hair always. Um, but now that I have short hair, I cut all of that out. I cut all of that out a long time ago, actually. My hair was really healthy for, a really long time, from cutting out that dead hair. But I was ready for something new, and I think that my hair looks better short and being able to do my coils now. So, but don't get me wrong, the curls were still juicy and popping before too when I had long hair, okay? So this is definitely achievable if you have long hair. Like I said, you can still do this and make it work. So, yeah. I'm taking my nice little sweet time with these baby hairs. I'm not gonna lie though, for me, baby hairs are like the cherry on top. I always tell my hairstylist, do my baby hairs up, make them real extra, because I love I love a baby hair. But you can see I'm just tucking that curl kind of like behind my ear because I don't like the curls to look like they're sticking out from the side of my head, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of retwisting it from where I put like that gel on it and tucking it behind my ear to make it look cleaner. So yeah, I get really perfectionist with it sometimes, and I try not to. But I cannot tell you how many times in 1 week or in 1 day I get compliments on my hair. It's actually kind of crazy and overwhelming. But lastly, I will finish off with the olive oil nourishing sheen spray, alcohol free with coconut oil. This stuff smells amazing. And I love finishing off with a sheen spray because it just gives your hair that shine and sealant, from styling it and helps it to just, stay frizz free. That for me is important. I hate frizzy hair. But that is it, you guys. Look at how good it turned out. And you can see whole, 360 how it turned out, still bouncy and juicy. So, ta-da!
So I hope that was helpful and insightful and at least like detailed enough where you got the idea and you got the point and you could go back and rewatch or whatever, follow along and everything. I wanted to make that tutorial as easy as possible because it's really not hard. It really isn't. I mean, as you saw, like it's just as simple as just using the right products, knowing your hair, and just going for it. Like I said in the intro, not everyone's hair is different. So if your hair may be a bit more coarse or maybe is not as curly as mine or whatever, of course, this is, more so for people with curly hair. You just have to know what's right for you and find the products and the process that is right for you and your hair. My goal with this video and tutorial is to just reach out to anyone that is like me, maybe, and especially with short hair. This obviously takes a lot shorter time wise with having short hair, but even if you have long hair, you can still do this style. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully this helped anyone that may be struggling to figure out how to style their hair or, do their natural curls and have them more defined or whatever. So yeah, because honestly, it was kind of like a learning process for me too. So if you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Destiny, and I really hope that you decide to subscribe. If you're not already, please subscribe. It is so much fun here, and if you like this video, want more videos like this, then also hit the like button. If you want more hair videos, tutorials, or whatever, let me know, because I feel like I do want to get more into like hair stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't really talk about hair a lot here, but I would love to start. So let me know in the comments what you might want to see. If you have short hair, what would you want to see from me? Or if you are thinking about cutting your hair, what do you want to see? Whatever. I'm so down. So yeah, I gotta get ready to go to the movies, going on a little solo date and taking myself out to the movies. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.